But I am so impressed as we're going along. I had no I couldn't imagine this place was so nice and what it does. Can you say who you are, please?
Scott Lewis.
And we are at
You are at the Brightside Project here in Salem, and I'm the executive director. And you'll soon meet Lisa Vittorio, who is my middle daughter, who is co-director and co-founder. So you're at the Brightside, and this is where we reach out to kids in Columbia County.
And what are we looking at here?
You are in the room where the families come into, and the kids, mom and dad or grandparents will register their kids here at the counter. Mom and dad go over there and wait. And then the kids get to sit on the benches or do the books or write on the chalkboard, and then they get called up into the pantry to go with the volunteer to go in to do their shopping.
So the children kind of do the shopping themselves. They get to make their own choices, and
Yes.
it's just their day.
Yes, it's everything we do here is all about the kids. Mom and dad our volunteers will walk the kids through, and our volunteers are great with them. But it's all about letting those kids make those choices.
I am so impressed. This is really, really nice.
So this we just got done through a grant through Salem Community Foundation, gave us a grant to redo this room. Before everything was up here, we had shelves, but we wanted to make it just a nice bright area for the kids. And so we just got new lighting in it and all that stuff. So, but it's nice and bright. Kids love it. Parents aren't so happy that they have to sit over there.
Yeah.
And we used to help with food and stuff for the adults, but I'm at the point now where there's so many places helping with that. With the adults, there's food pantries. There's, we strictly stay in our lane of helping the kids. That's what we do.
And you started this foundation when?
We started the Brightside in 2016, and we're going on 8 years old. And we used to be up on Broadway. Well, first we were in Lisa's garage, my house, storage unit. Then we moved in on Broadway to this tiny building. This became available, and now we've already outgrown this building. So, but there's some things on the horizon. So.
Can we talk about this room we're going into now?
Yeah. Lisa got away from me. I'm not sure why.
When I pulled out the camera, probably.
I don't know why. 'Cause she's the one I put in front of the camera. But this is the food pantry. This is where they can come up. We do all child-friendly food, and they get to make their choices of what they want to do. But it's everything that they can fix for themselves if they have to, if mom and dad can or won't. And we do have some kids that'll put their bags of food under their bed because they want to make sure they have something to eat. We give out freezer product, we give out milk, we give out produce. And again, we do stuffed animals and toys because they're donated to us from people, so we put that out. We do books, and we do personal care items.
Very, very impressive.
And so what you see here, our Sunshine Bus is the same thing. Our Sunshine, what this is set up, the Sunshine Bus is set up very similar, where the kids go up on the bus with a volunteer and they get to shop. And we take the bus into the schools. We take them into events where there's going to be a lot of kids to help with that. So,
And the kids go into the bus themselves, and they can make their own choices.
kids get to go up with a volunteer, just like in here. Kids get to go up, and we have three or four volunteers on the bus, and they'll guide the kids through making their decisions and choices. And then this room will turn into, we have 2 more giveaways, and then we flip it to all Easter baskets. This will all be Easter baskets for the kids where they can come and choose their Easter baskets.
So I wish I would have been filming a little earlier. You talked about the Easter. Can you give us a brief overview of, the Christmas that you do and the Easter things that you do for children?
Christmas time, this is the Toyland. This room is turned into all toys. It looks just like a toy shop. This year we did younger kids up here. We did an older kid set up down in the lower room. But kids will come through Candy Cane Land at Christmas, come in here with a volunteer again, pick out, I think they each got 3 toys this year. Then they went down to that room where we were just at, and they got their bag, a stocking stuffer bag. Then they go out and get food. They got cocoa and donuts. Got to see Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. And we just had a lot of good stuff for them to do. Easter, we'll be flipping this room with that. It'll all be the same way, but this will be Easter baskets. They'll get a sack lunch down in the room. They'll go out and get a bag of cotton candy. They'll get to see Mr. and Mrs. Easter Bunny this year. And it's just, and this is entire Columbiana County. And everything you see and everything we do is donated, or we purchase it through grants or private donors. So we've been very blessed. We've been very blessed that we have people that believe in us. And again, I think it's because we're helping strictly the kids. And so that's the big event.
And how many Easter baskets do you plan on doing this year?
We are prepping 500 Easter baskets.
Wow.
Christmas time, overall, by the time it was all said and done, we helped over 700 kids.
That's amazing.
Then we have also coming up is our Hispanic Day, which we're reaching out to our Guatemalan families, and they'll be able to come in. We'll have tents set up outside, other organizations coming in, and the Hispanic or the Guatemalan kids will get to go up on the bus for the very first time. Well, I can't say that because when it goes to Buckeye School, some of them get to go up on it, but some of them have never been up on that bus, and so we'll be letting them go up on that during that day. So,
Let's take a quick look at your. Is this with the warehouse?
this is the warehouse.
We did a little tour through here, so I don't want to take much of your time, but so I was impressed that you actually you give new coats to children. They're not.
We do coat giveaway in October and November, I believe, and the kids can come in. When they come in for the food pantry, they get to have try-on coats. They get brand new coats that we get through Operation Warm, but it's always a brand new coat. We never give out, there's so many clothing closets out there and pantries that are doing it. Everything we do is brand new. I mean, there may be a few used hats or something that come in that we'll go ahead and keep, but everything else you see that we give out is brand new to these kids.
And then can we talk about the book program?
Book program is the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, and that is where we're the partner for Columbiana County for the state of Ohio, and we're reaching out to over 3,300 kids every month get a book from us, ages birth through 5. And they get that, and they get it in the mail. State of Ohio pays half that cost. We pay the other half, and then Dolly Parton's Foundation mails those books out to the kids. And so that's a big one for us because it promotes literacy, and we're all about that. So it's a wonderful partnership for us. We also help it back to school. So we do book bags. Over 500 book bags went out last year across Columbiana County with brand new school supplies. We helped over 400 kids from Salem City, giving them vouchers for new clothes through the foundation, Salem Community Foundation and Pierce Foundation and the Eagles here in Salem. So we've grown a lot, but everything we do is for the kids.
And what drove you to do this?
Just knowing there was a need out there for kids, knowing that there's homes. They don't ask to be in the situations they're in. And so in order to get them out of those situations, somebody has to stand beside them. Somebody has to give them some hope, and we want to give them the bright side. We want to. Our biggest thing for this coming year is to teach the kids their spark and what their spark is, and what gives them that passion and to be better kids and better adults. And that's what we're trying to do, is let them find out what their spark is. So you'll see a lot from us this year for that.
Was that kind of the birth of the name, the Bright Side?
Bright Side was just, Lisa and I were sitting in her apartment one day with a couple of board members back then and trying to come up with a name, and it was just like, what's going to be the name? We didn't want to go with, because the last organization we did, I found had the word hope in it, but we wanted something, other words. And right when we were deciding that, we looked out her window and there was a great big rainbow out there. So we decided just to go with the Bright Side Project.
Nice. All right, can you tell us who you are, please?
Yep, I'm Lisa Vittorio, co-director of the Bright Side Project and Scott's middle daughter.
And you are also a co-founder, right?
Yes, and co-founder.
Yes. So, so what, in a nutshell, explain what you do, and then what you do here. And your father already explained some.
Yep.
And then I want to talk about what people can do if they want to help.
Yeah, absolutely. So here at the Bright Side Project, we are focused on equipping and empowering children to reach their full potential in Columbiana County and surrounding communities. Reaching out to the kids that have experienced adverse childhood experiences, or they're struggling with mental health or academics, and just being the bright side to them and letting them know that there's hope and that there's people in the community that care about them.
And so I'm very impressed with your organization. If other organizations want to donate, or individuals want to donate to the Bright Side, how can they do that?
Yeah, so we are always accepting financial contributions, and then as well as stuffed animals, books, and children's toys. They can drop the actual product donations off at our facility, or they could donate online at our website, brightsideprojectohio.org, or they could mail us a financial contribution.
Okay, and they can find that information on your website?
Yes.
And there's what would that be?
brightsideprojectohio.org.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.